Yes, this is me, Hudson George. I'm just doing a live. My topic is about Emancipation Day, August 1st. Now, there is a lot of young Grenadian people, and they don't know history. And there are people who say history is not important. But anytime you open your mouth and speak, is history. So I give my history. Right? Cresswell Julian taught me history, and there was so history is important. So I had a Pisco teacher who teach me history too. He was American Pisco, and I pass under Cresswell Julian, so I know history. Now, my topic is plus what I learned from my parents and the elders. My parents, I had parents, and extended members of my family teach me history, and my parents teach me history. So I get it from the whole family of history, and from I grew up in history. The village had history. Now, don't be fooled by Grenada politician, the government now, with this Emancipation Day, 1st of August. Don't let them trick you with that. 1st of August was always historically a carnival in Grenada. According to what my parents told me, and I get it from other members of my family, and listening to the elders all over in the village, I was told that Grenada used to have two carnivals. One is with the Ash Wednesday, just before the Ash Wednesday, and Emancipation Day was a carnival in Grenada. So young people now, they don't know history. So they go say, this government give them this 1st of August as a day, the proper day for Emancipation Day. But it was always like that. Other elements interfere with it. Right? So my intake this evening is to tell you what I know, and what I heard, and what I read. Now, growing up like a boy in Grenada, in the village, August 1st, a lot of people used to go on the beach. And people used to play music around the villages too. Bathway used to be packed. Right? There are people who used to go downtown too. Maybe they go Grenada, I think. But mostly it was Bathway. People used to go to the beach with food. Those days didn't have you buying fried chicken. People cook and go on the beach. And in the village, 1st of August, a lot of pig used to be slaughtered. The elders used to have plantain. Now, we used to go plantain and sell for traffickers going to Trinidad. Right? But traditionally, every house that grow provision used to have plantain for August Emancipation Day. And when a neighbor or somebody killing a pig, they tell everybody they're killing a pig. So you say you want 2 pounds, 5 pounds, or if you want the cow foot or the pig foot or the pig head, you get that. So pork was a common meat. There was village culture, economics in the village. You tell everybody you're killing a pig, how much pound you want. Right? Now, the elders older than us grew up closer to when slavery was abolished. So they said to us, 1st of August, people used to play mass. But what I know at 1st of August, as a boy, there was a lot of piquet dancing and stick fighting in the villages. And who older than me could tell more? And people used to go on the beach. So we done our little thing with the jab already. And you have some, I don't like to call people idiots, but you have some people in the south of the island. They have no idea how rural villages run, but they think Grenada is theirs. Nobody ever asked them how they used to enjoy themselves in Empire and Regal Cinema and drive-in cinema. Right? But they always, and once they have something in the rural, they up like they think Grenada is theirs. I talking from my rural experience. Grenada has different villages with different culture. Rural and urban people don't experience the same life. So when a rural man giving the history, if you don't want to listen, shut your mouth. Don't interact and come and think. They just piss me off, you know. So I'm going back to my thing. Now, bringing it back to celebrating 1st of August is the best thing, yeah? Is the right thing. Your birthday is your birthday. So, nowadays, people don't plant a lot of planting as before. I don't know. Well, maybe they say planting have a lot of money now. But I know before everybody used to have the planting to eat and talk on that day. And people used to go on the beach. Steel pan was a popular music also. So young people, they go say, oh, this government give them Emancipation Day because they're not reading. And something I observe with these young people nowadays. They don't know, all they know, they support a political party, but they don't know nothing else. So my thing now, when I go out, I don't discuss with those young people again. They don't know and they don't want to know and they will just tell you it's their time. So I'm just giving my little thing, the activities that used to take place on August 1st. People used to go horse racing too. Simon and Telescope used to have horse racing. I remember when I was schooling in Tivoli, I had a lot of friends from La Poterie. I always say La Poterie have some of the nicest people I know in Grenada. Because we used to exchange food. They giving us the food they grow in the lowland and we give them the food we grow in the mountainside. So we had a good relationship with La Poterie people, students in Tivoli school. And those days I never been to horse racing. But I know my father used to go to horse racing sometime. But I never been to horse racing those days as a little boy. But when I go to school, I used to hear students from La Poterie say they've been to horse racing in Simon. And they said they didn't used to pay. So when we asked them, how you getting the horse racing? They said they used to go up on the shore, they travel on the shoreline, on the coastal line, from La Poterie to Simon or Telescope, which one they go in and enjoy horse racing. But those days, as a little boy, I didn't acquainted to the coastline like when I get older I learn. So there was a lot of activities with Emancipation Day those days. But it was more cultural things. Stick fighting, piquet dancing, quadrille dancing, lancers, this was the activities. So nowadays, this Emancipation Day, 1st of August, I don't know how people go dress if they go come out in national colors, because we didn't have a flag up to this flag we have. We didn't have it up to it's from 1974. We have that flag, and we had a other flag before the British flag, right? So from the British we had a other flag, and then we have this one we have now. So I don't know in Grenada now. So I don't know if people go just in ice, gold, and green, or they go dress in African clothes, or who want to walk naked, who want to play jab. But I don't encouraging rural people to play jab, but I just telling them, the young people, if they play mass on Emancipation Day, the government can do them nothing. Because historically, according to the elders, they used to play mini carnival in Grenada on Emancipation Day. Because Emancipation Day means freedom. Right? So, right now, how Grenada go these days, they're changing things in Parliament, and you can't tell criminal lawyer from criminals who study laws, or from constitutional lawyers. Because once they are dealing in law, who are criminal lawyers, or who commit crime, but the British never tell them they can study law and constitutional lawyers. They always team up on us when they're ready. This is why I don't belong to no political party. Because after the invasion, both the NDC and the NNP party go in bed with bad people. And there's bad people like ghosts in Grenada. You understand? Without all the woods yet. Without all the woods, and young people don't know the history, we could lose with freedom again. So we don't know who does advise government and what they might come up and tell you. But I just giving my little 2 pence that Emancipation Day in Grenada, according to the elders, was like a carnival. Nowadays, a lot of people say they don't want to eat pork for religious belief, and other belief, right? So in the 19th century and the 20th century, more than half of the 20th century, Grenada didn't have all this different kind of religion and all kind of thing, do it this, do it that. People used to eat a lot of pork. And there was a reason why people used to have pig. Because if you kill a pig and the meat does sell, you could can the meat and put in a barrel. So people used to have meat. Nowadays, they're telling you go out to eat and eat what you grow. So people was more self-sufficient on that. So who used to have the barrel with canned pork and all kind of thing, you know what I mean? In those days, oil dung was known more like steam dung. Oil dung, steam dung is the same name, right? So, so if we see jab on the street on August 1st, I know a lot of people go come out and complain again, but if it's Emancipation Day, can you tell people that love jab they play jab on Emancipation Day? And the next thing I want to say again, the same people who saying young people playing jab now, and the Carnival don't start yet, right? Some of them, they support the jab when the NNP was in power. Now the mouth twist, it done. But nowadays, what you say in the past, recorded. It's like me, I just do life. When I do my life, I make sure I don't say things what go come back and people could pull it up in the archive and say, oh, you change what you say. You understand? And I don't cost people on life. I don't do that. So, what I'm saying is that people just change their mouth or change their thoughts or pretend it for political reason. But I don't do that. I don't play that game. If I don't like something, I'll say I don't like it. Because I could go as far as further when I used to support large hotels in Grenada. People used to tell me I supporting plastic development. Hey, you understand? Now I see we have new government and more hotel buildings still. Politicians and activists who used to criticize big hotel, they dine in with the hotel owners. So nobody can pull up anything on me and say, I did change my mouth. But as I'm saying, we know out of the woods yet. Be careful with the legal minds. They can use the guns on you. Again. But some of them notori, or those who cannot get notori, they have friends who are notori. So we got to be vigilant. You got to know history. And all who say history is not important must stop that. History is important. Anytime you open your mouth, it's history you speak in. We know, yes, people give different versions of history. We know that. It's not science like mathematics. So, because if you say you don't believe in history, then why you believe? Most of the people who say they believe in history, they believe in a religious doctrine. And every religion is based on history. The belief in God is history. You believe there is a God. Or if you believe in biblical scriptures, it's history. You don't know when they put in the Bible together, and especially the name King James. King James is a British person. You don't know if you change the words, but you believe. You understand? So we cannot say, oh, even the people who believe in Quran do, you know, whatever you believe. And recently we have a religion, Rastafari. And when Selassie died, so no Rastaman can come and tell me Selassie is God. I won't believe that. Because Selassie had army. And I see documents where Selassie execute people who try to overthrow him. So he cannot be God. Right? So this is what I know, I experience, but for the Bible is what I read. Right? So, right? So, anyway, Emancipation Day. We could celebrate it like a carnival. But if you want to go in that way, I'm a rural Grenadian speaking from a rural perspective. I don't know what's going on in the city. And I take authority to tell people in the town of St. George how to celebrate the Emancipation Day. And I don't feel they should want to stay down there and tell us how to celebrate it too. Once we're not breaking the law. That's my position about things. So anyway, I'm gone till I come again. I'm gone. This is me, Hudson George, as usual. As usual, I'm gone till I come again.